stop. When I'm in a relationship, I have tunnel vision.
Everybody has different opinion on everything.
I'm sorry I got cheated on, but I'm not a cheater.
Cheated on. Nah, guess what? It doesn't affect me. That girl's a.
No, I agree. My dad told me the same thing, and that's kind of why I do OnlyFans a little bit. Like, I do it because I like it, but at the same time, it's like it's an advantage.
Most girls would not do OnlyFans.
That it's equal between all of them, right? Because in this case, then biological men, if they say they're women, they don't have to get drafted.
Sure. Question, maybe he's adding to that, John May. He goes, now let's continue. Ladies, if you met a man that said, let's hang out, let's go to the club, come to my house party, let's go drink, and he secretly wants you, is he really
to her that the world is going to want her to be a bad bitch? And that might be, and as that's okay, if she has choice, I'm happy for her. Like, I'm okay with that. But to please just...
Than women.
It's not a generalization, that's a data point.
Yeah, that's gotcha.
One which I dispute, by the way.
Like the IPV.
That is not what this was.
Okay.
I can actually think of one right that men have that women don't, although this is geographically specific.
That's how you about to paint.
But you still represent yourself while you're on the show. You understand that, right?
Yeah,
and also, everything you say here stays on the internet forever. And also, just to let you know, if you had a problem with anything you said previously,
and they have a very limited perspective on how the world really works.
Can I finish my statement?
Okay, no, because women have...
I use my notes.
Justin, go ahead.
Yeah, I would just, to what you said, I think women are chosen based off of beauty, but one of the first things I would teach my son is that empathy is not going to matter. You should not expect empathy from anybody in your life, because nobody is going to come save you.
Yep.
Nobody is coming. So
more likely to report something like that, and I think that
inside of your list of fallacies, did you write down the argument from incredulity?
No.
All right, Matthew Schreck, plain and simple, are we equal or not? Should all people, men, women, trans, etc., be held up to same standards and responsibilities?
First of all, they don't at 18. They don't have to be in high school.
What does a 30-year-old have in common with an 18-year-old girl? Why can't they do
Listen, why do you think that men and women have all this shit in common? They don't.
Yes, please. That would be great.
No,
but what I'm saying is, like, guys would not have sex with a girl or be in a relationship with a girl. Well, I'm lying. Some guys would be in a relationship with a girl that they on first date they had sex with.
We're talking. I want to hear your, like, just chime in, I guess. I mean, it doesn't have to be now. I guess maybe you didn't want to say anything on that one, but
one thing I would tell you about go back to talking to sons, right?
I'm not sitting here and saying that there isn't 30-year-olds that are dating 18-year-olds and they have a healthy dynamic. I'm not saying that that's
I'm not saying you are. I'm just looking for this idea. If you tell me,
men will treat people more in love. I mean.
I never said it was every single person. But I'm saying it's something that it's something that we shouldn't put pressure on.
Nick, pull up the scroll up in the sources, the viewer count. All right, guys, there's 10,000 people watching on YouTube. All right, he's on Team 30.
It's really amazing because there actually are really compelling arguments against the age gap argument. But the people who feel
fucking girls be lying, man. All right, what about you?
Well, she did say she did say broke men are loyal.
Bare minimum income per year for you, guy.
Bare minimum, at least 100K.
Okay.
At least.
Public then.
The Inflation Reduction Act only boosted inflation.
Okay,
But okay, so the contents of a bill might oftentimes have nothing.
No, bro, not if you're a big G. No, fuck no. Replace me. No, seriously.
I dare you.
Yeah, good luck. I mean, like, I told a girl this one time, I'll never forget it. We were gonna break up, and I said, "Let's
say what's on his mind in a concise manner that everyone can understand." No, that's a skill set.
Well, I'm Latin, so yeah, like when you go into somewhere and you listen to literally anything, no one will listen to the web.
It should be about real life, real feelings, real fucking people. You're just living a fake life, bro.
There's levels to it, but I'd be a fucking lying if I said money doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm never gonna be a liar.
That's a fair
I'm not a liar.
like at those base levels. Yeah, but how does that change your day-to-day life? And
Wait, I actually have a question on this. If the ERA was passed, what tangible changes?
Bang Stein? Did you bang Stein?
Fuck no.
Oh, all right. I thought you banged
What's
Stein.
wrong with you? Oh my God.
I didn't know. I thought you banged Stein.
Oh, you know, chant. Shut up.
I didn't know. I thought you banged Stein. That's all I heard. I don't know.
Okay.
Before they reach 18.
Before they reach 18, if they're fully transitioned, then yeah, I would think so.
They don't.
Okay.
They
Here, throw that equal rights amendment up there, and we're all equal, and draft us all.
So, I just want to make sure I get this right. Right now, you agree that nobody can be drafted.
The other things that I said, but yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What do you mean? What?
All right, you want a guy who makes $1 million a month? We're just asking simply.
He's doing what he's supposed to do. No.
So what did
if
you?
he's doing what he's supposed to do, he doesn't need her to make money. He has
So
a
what did you
relationship
mean
that
by the
makes money.
table that she would sit at and nobody knows the
So he
difference?
can
What does
take
that
her
mean?
on a yacht in Dubai and be able to have a conversation with her.
Then hang on.
the case,
Then
but-
I would expect to see those relationships work out more.
Yeah, they would.
Why? They don't. They
Because-
work. There's no significant deviation between the people.
The house, let's drink. If she secretly wants your man, is she your friend? Question mark. Let them respond before going to my second message. So, if she did all that, is she your friend? Does she have like an ulterior motive?
I don't have kids yet, right? And I think that like having kids with a man, that's literally like the ultimate level of soul connection, you know?
With men, and that's a double standard, but
it's been proven, Mr. Facts.
no, it has been proven.
think
There
men
was an
can-
Institute for Family Studies survey that came out that showed that as women have more sexual partners, they are less happy in a marriage, and as men have more sexual.
Did you read the Equal Rights Amendment?
Yeah.
Okay, so then how was this confusing?
What do you mean?
Like if you read the bill, then you would realize
Yeah.
that like the point of the ERA.
To the side, he's like, you didn't actually win, but I'm still picking you. Oh. But no, I did win. I saw the chat. I did win. They're all
That's why he ain't coming here tonight.
whatever. But he didn't buy it for me. That's what I'm saying. Like he didn't buy it.
Or bridged by the U.S. or by any state on the basis of sex.
I'm actually willing to go with this.
Yeah.
I'm actually willing to engage with this. So
Attractiveness comes first.
you?
Attractiveness comes first, and it's a lot of women are moderately attractive and can get any guy.
But we're not capped through attractiveness.
And it doesn't make life easier.
Keep dating someone with a kid, and
Why'd you
you've
just touch
done
me?
that.
Why did you just touch me when you
And you've done that.
Why the fuck you touch me?
Okay, I was just using an example.
All right. Why?
And you've done that.
Attention. I was just thinking if I was having this conversation with my daughter, I would say we're only going to pay attention to his actions.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell me the story again. Remove all the words, and then tell me what happened. It makes it way more simple.
yeah, 25.
I believe that
Hang on.
a woman
The
who's
prefrontal
25
lobe.
is very different
Yeah,
than
hang
a girl
on, hang
who's
on.
18. That's
Hang on.
so
Why?
different. Wildly different. They
Why?
have wildly different views.
Why are they
They have
different?
wild
Do you think that you should be able to outlaw it?
No.
Well, then how much of a problem could it be? Don't you usually
Something-
outlaw behavior
All I
that's
said was
problematic?
gross. I said ew.
That's
I
just odd?
disagreed with it. I can
Happened, but it shouldn't have. It
Yeah,
should
I'm
not
not
be a
sure
thing.
that it did happen. If we're just using
Okay, well,
infidelity,
you're just gonna call me a liar, then I can just go around the table.
You also objected to him saying find a man. You can certainly find like a strong woman in your family to guide you too.
Actually, I shouldn't be sorry. I'm just not more prepared. But
But it's your claim.
okay. So I mean, that's what I'm saying is like I don't have that
But
information. I didn't.
that's a really massive claim to make. That
Okay.
men have.
because you're white. Can't say you can't vote because you're female. Can't say you can't vote because you're male. Can't tell you can't own a gun because you're black. Can't tell you can't own a gun because you're white. Can't tell you can't have freedom of speech because of these things. They went through and they took all of the marriages that have ever happened ever in the UK, which included age gap marriages, to see if it was true.
No, hold on, real quick. You were really like enthusiastic about answering the question a second ago. You answered it. Now, do you have anything to add to it? Let me give you a chance to say something.
And he used to get so many more views when there was an antagonist and stuff like that. Like now I feel like, bro, like there's not much of a discussion. There's nothing for him to bounce off of if you don't give him something to bounce off
When it came to the equality that women could expect to receive, that they don't currently have, that you can't articulate.
I think that
No one cares about a woman's opinion. No one cares about a female's accomplishments. Y'all are not that special. There's a reason why Justin said it's
Not
going to be
true.
harder for you to
You're
replace
very
me
special.
than I replace you, because women on the things that make a woman attractive are very common and easy to attain.
She has a greater
desire.
Desire. No, there's another word I'm thinking of. A greater urgent.
People
What do you
think,
mean by
oh,
it?
we're pretty privileged.
Attractiveness
No.
comes first, but we're not kept through relationship just by attraction alone, just by our
Yes.
physical features alone.
Yeah, but the other things that you guys are talking about, like, oh, being confident.
Make money from social media.
You already told me you don't date broke men out there in the back. You told, and I said, you know what? I said that's bullshit. What if it's a guy's a construction worker, hard ass?
That too. So I have a harder advantage. Kind of like he's trying to put in his kids. My dad put that in me, and maybe he didn't want me to.
What are you?
I'm saying I'm basically.
That's the wrong thing. I don't think it's the wrong thing.
You're not.
Maybe,
You're upset that men love to gift me shit, brother.
I just think
They love it.
where I
They
come
love
from, we
it.
don't take gifts.
I've tried to articulate that.
Well, I think that's fair. What about the ERA? What about the ERA will make women equal to men?
It passes.
Yeah, but what
Yeah.
Ew.
I'm saying that.
Okay.
Literally.
I'm so funny, and yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna repeat myself about.
I feel like I feel like, but what if it doesn't cross his mind until one day you offer it? How about he never had that intention to smash you, but
That's
then
always our intention. And I'll tell you why. Because women are really your friend.
No, he's not. He wants to smash. That's it.
He wants in your pants. He wants the cootie cat.
Yeah.
Do all of you think that?
Yeah.
Of course.
You see what he did there?
Yeah, I see what he did there. I definitely see what he did there.
No.
What else? Anything else you want to add to that?
You're so precious.
So I'm not gonna lie.
What's up?
You're cute.
And set herself up to find the highest level partner that she can as a man, which is completely different than what I would teach a young boy.
Yeah.
Feelings you're probably gonna have. Okay. Here's the competencies to be successful, both different from a boy and a girl, and what I want to get you to have after you have those competencies. Okay.
And some of the stuff I'm saying is kind of just. The last time I was on here was kind of boring, bro. Like nobody really gave no input or anything. Like the way his show used to be, it was so interesting.
Shit on women or whatever, but the reality is no one gives a fuck what y'all think because a lot of y'all haven't accomplished shit. Men must accomplish something. Women don't have to. If you're pretty enough, you'll be on a boat with a billionaire.
You're
why.
tired?
Yeah, I've been up since like 3 in the morning.
Okay, but at least look, he provided a lot of notes. Tell you what, I will. Hold on, I will fast track.
It's been really great.
No, listen, but at least.
And it's very machista.
That's the way it should be. Because women say stupid shit. And throughout this podcast, a lot of you guys have said dumbass shit. And we've said, hey, listen to it. Because there's. No.
So all of these across the board, it's protected.
Yeah.
2 chats here coming in. We have Giovanni C. based blonde blue shirt. Bonus points for not butchering your baby. God bless.
Okay, so we'll talk fresh
So
18s.
young woman means
What does
adult,
fresh
18
18
and over.
mean?
They just turned 18.
So what? Can they vote?
Yes, but your brain
Yes.
is not fully developed.
Then why are
until
you
are
voting?
25.
Then why are you voting?
I've had that before, and he's been loyal.
Do you really think so?
To you?
Brother, I know so. Like I went through it. No, I know so. We're literally together 24/7.
And
like
that
we
relationship
didn't
didn't
spend. He.
About like pornography and like no man is gonna marry. Like, yes, there are men that will marry women that do pornography, but you were also talking about how there's a lot of men that are judgmental of
2 of them
Their
dating.
experience.
How is that?
They speak about it. And they speak about it, and abusers and groomers specifically have been
Wait, hold on one sec, guys. Well, per year for you, real quick.
Well, you have to have a job at least. So I would say like at least 30,000, 35. I agree.
A year, a month?
Because like they
A
could,
year?
they could.
Act like this. You're building her up to be classy enough to be able to sit in that restaurant with that millionaire in Miami. Those are the little tips that you're telling her. It's an investment in the girl, not monetarily, but actually in her ability.
Cat, Mike, please.
Damn, why?
I found a dating app on his phone.
What do you have, Tinder? What? Hinge. Oh, shit, he was serious then.
No pun intended.
Yo. Alright, let's get it cracking. I'm gonna be honest, Xbox players, y'all got it, bro.
He found it best.
Some of these competencies are things that women are not going to learn unless they learn it from a high-level man. Like, hey, listen, when we set the table, the forks work like this. Hey, put your napkin like this when you go to leave the table.
There's
How long
only
has that
2.
been gone?
Even if you think a person can, whatever they identify as, they are that thing. Even the advocates for actual characteristic. Period.
Okay.
So in your
But the, the equal
hold
rights
on.
is okay.
Hold on. So we can get into the equal rights amendment component of this, but you said that women shouldn't be
The
treated.
lasting image I can make is just bringing a little bit of.
I mean, if you're going to be an antagonist, then be an intelligent antagonist that actually, you know, argues the point.
6-year-old going for an 18-year-old is predatory and problematic. However, that is a big issue that I do see often. I do see a lot of women, young women,
Went on for hours.
I'm not getting bullied off this platform. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting bullied off this platform.
He now
Woman around, you want her to be saying intelligent things. What I'm saying is, I feel like women also want the same thing.
It'd be better if she was
around
quiet.
her.
I mean, there's a reason why they say women are to be seen and not be heard. And then there's a Spanish saying that the
sorts of things that you know, probably like LGBTQ. A lot of people find that gross. Do you think that that's acceptable?
That's a very different topic.
Do you think it's acceptable that they do?
That's not true.
Well,
No, you
but
don't
I'm
have to
saying, are you basing it off of like this, right? Are you basing it off a guy who's gonna buy you these necklaces and these materialistic shit that don't even matter?
A radar hack. I've never even heard of a radar hack.
I was shooting too straight. From a van. From a van for literally no reason.
That's the one right there. That's the wifey right there. That's wifey material right there.
You said your relationship, you just got out of it in August? Right?
I'm sorry.
You said you were in a relationship and you just got out of it in August?
Yeah.
Who broke up with who?
Is not to amend the 19th Amendment, but to pass legislation to change the definition of woman. So if you read it like...
Yeah, before that.
Okay. But that,
Right, that men have that women don't.
Okay.
But no, that would even be a wrong example because that wouldn't be a right. That would just go to the federal government not saying what.
Who are 23 and older are going for 18-year-olds, especially 18-year-olds that are, there's 18-year-olds that are still in high school.
So?
They're graduating high school. So you think someone in high school...
It's like, what, like men being like more violent overall.
But this was in context of this domestic violence.
Is that what like the law?
You get married, like you have sex, you get married, la la la. Ultimate final step in life with a partner is having kids, creating life with them. Right, and I have never done that. It's gonna be my first time, right? Whenever I am.
I have girlfriends.
She
and
just
I'm
said
not-
her friend is great
A
in
lady.
bed.
Oh well, that is
Okay.
her life. I cannot speak for
But
her.
generally, ladies.
Not always.
All right, you don't think England guy wants to smash you that told you
Scripture here for sex would work across the board for everybody.
Transgender female wouldn't say that she has female genitalia.
They would not say that they are females biologically.
I'm trying to think. Do you mind if I have some time to think about
Sure.
that? Okay.
So wouldn't men be not as equal by not having?
She's 18, he's a 30-year-old. I'm not saying every single instance.
I'm not saying that
of a
either.
woman getting taken
Listen,
advantage
I'm
of.
just following the logic. Are they adults at 25 or before?
I feel like you're...
Do you agree with me that there's plenty of women who like to be manipulated and controlled?
Or a younger woman like
Some
older men 'cause they're
dynamics.
more
I think that that's a very, very...
Now, in relation to a gift idea for a maker, probably the last thing on your mind is buying them a pair of...
Are you gonna be mad if I make a generalization?
Nope.
Men are more violent.
What you saying? But I feel like you be just getting like a little irritated, and I get that because you probably got to do this all the time.
Yeah,
do this all
because
the
you time. say stupid shit all the
but
time.
you don't. This is your show. The way you say, "Oh,
She just.
what
Wait, can I ask you a question? Wait, can I ask you a question? If there was nothing in the bill, and the title of the bill was purely.
What about you?
I agree 100K.
100,000.
I think money doesn't really matter.
Cap. Anyway, you literally just did OnlyFans for it. What about you? Trust me, fucking lying all over the place, bro. Shit crazy, man.
you'll find a dick. So it's
They do.
But I never once said we're going to outlaw 30-year-olds from dating 18-year-olds.
I
never
agree,
once
you
said
didn't.
that.
But if you have the response of telling people, you shouldn't do that.
Flag. So it's not like, it's kind of like you were saying with like a flight attendant. It's a red flag because there is flight attendants that maybe aren't sleeping with a bunch of guys, but there is a stereotype.
But that the ones who are assigned man at birth, assigned male at birth, they should be exempt from the draft.
If they are transitioned.
That have been directly involved in this corruption. Let's see what other streamers are also involved. Shifty is also in the thick of it. He has 1,000s from this corrupt.
Sit with you in a place. He has to like underneath you, and he has to have you.
Would you not be like scared she would just go find somebody like else once you teach her?
Same reason that we vote that you don't have abortions.
But okay, well, there you go.
It's just like that. If you would vote that we couldn't tell you that you couldn't,
well, that's a fair.
Whether or not people can walk around nude or not, leaving it up in the 10th Amendment to the states. So the states allow the municipalities to govern themselves. Some municipalities say that women can do this, some don't.
What is like just passing a bill gonna do if it's like a societal norm issue?
I think it starts at those.
Is explain to her how the world works and try to help her create competencies that gave her choice. But with the way the world is going right now, I would explain.
Estrogen's a bitch. Yeah, she's not
Nick,
great.
really quick. So, okay, guys, really quick before we get back into it, have you had some time to think about what rights?
No.
What's up?
All right, so that passed 30 seconds. That passed 30 seconds. Just proved our point.
Gas for his first win on Xbox.
Or anything. Like you bought it for Kyle.
Oh, you bought a fucking brace for Kyle? I would have never guessed. Of course you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what good friends do.
Dude,
The enemy. How many times have we seen streamers aim stock to the enemy players and follow their every move? Not this time.
Your dad?
No. Chill. I did not say that, Myron.
So what
Are you taking notes? I'm saying my dad instilled in me to win harder, to try to get that.
Right, to walk around nude, right?
Yeah. And further, just I mean, are you familiar with the legal term de minimis? So it's such a I would consider it a fairly
Let's try that one more time.
to doctors requiring a spouse to consent to these things. Perhaps in years past, I have no idea if this is still.
It's crazy too.
It
when
is
men,
more considerably harder to get your tubes tied than for a man.
So it's like, even that would just be a really poor example ultimately.
We have Brian Rookard. Women are already protected. The 14th Amendment already provides equal protection. Married women's property acts were passed in 1830.
Biologically male.
Trans women are women.
Yeah, but biologically they're
Trans
males.
women are women.
Yeah, but you're
They're
not saying
women.
anything.
You're not saying anything.
No, I am. I'm saying
They're
something very
biologically what I
date you anymore. Do you know what we do? We don't date you anymore. We're not playing a game to create interest. We're just doing the thing that we want to do because we're men.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Be like, I did not live a real fucking life. And it's gonna be the saddest thing in the fucking world. When you're old and you're gonna realize that's great, but when you're chasing around fucking Cartier bracelets and not real life.
That. It comes to me.
No.
That is based
Actually,
17.
16-year-olds.
It is not based off of 18 is fully formed. Your brain is not fully formed until 25.
You're fine.
Now I'm not
Wait.
saying that any 20
Different conversation.
Yeah.
So, you stated, and women aren't constitutionally equal to men.
I don't think we are.
How?
You
at 18.
because it's different.
Why?
How's it different?
Because okay, so first of all,
So
that
you
law
can
is
vote
that's
to affect my life.
why, why that law is set into place and why 18 is considered an 18-year-old dating a 30-year-old. I would say overall, for the overwhelming majority of people,
Their round meatball donated $200.
Thank you, Mr. Meatball.
Him on team 30 and 80.
Pregnant, well into your late 30s, 40s, I can actually just make this argument about easier to manipulate. A woman who's a little more pressed to get is considered
No, that's
a
a thing. It's like a
shifting the goalposts or
okay.
Mom Bailey.
So what do you want?
Because your original claim was not societally, it was rights.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
I mean,
What's the date?
But
these are
while it would be more dangerous, there's also benefits, right?
I guess there's benefits to
Streamer that sells a boosting service for ranked play. The exact same thing that Ricochet are banning for. Ricochet want to get rid of these streamers boosting. And
For the man, but possibly create a bond with his girl so you can make money together.
But you would never put her at that table to be in a position to make money. I'm just trying to ask it, like I'm trying to whatever.
But that might have been from Steiny. That's why, because I saw the bracelet and I was like, all right, word.
I won this in a fucking live stream.
Oh, all right, word. My bad. I don't know. I'm just talking
Wait,
about
what?
that.
You won it in the live stream?
Nick.
My ultimate is ready. Join me.
To do with the actual title.
Okay.
So, you did make the claim, and women, that's separate from the Equal Rights Amendment, aren't constitutionally equal to men. So you're gonna have to articulate. There's a couple reasons there. One, guy.
I'm not gonna get on that ball unless I become a billionaire and add value back. That's the reality. Women have pretty privilege, fantastic, and I'm acknowledging it.
Pretty privilege is not a fucking thing.
Good on experience. There would be no test we could give for experience.
No.
So if you're looking for physicality, the prefrontal lobe is it.
For physicality, yes.
Well, then if that is...
It's crazy, bro.
I'm so glad that I'm not a guy. Oh my god.
This is your friend, by the way. 29, and then thereafter, Equal Pay Act passed in 1963. Fair Housing Act prevents discrimination in housing on basis of sex.
So this is like...
Yeah,
it's the same way. It's the same way. It has to be the same way. Because whatever you're...
She didn't ask you.
Oh my god.
Let her come. Then why didn't the Equal Rights Amendment pass?
Because it's not
Why?
about equal rights, it's about redefining the word woman. It redefines the word woman from biological woman with XX chromosome.
On account of sex. If that is true, then no human being inside the United States is going to not be able to vote, period, based on asexual.
Hello? Did you think you could type for me on an Xbox? You got the wrong number, dude. No, I don't. You see, ruining any freaking Who is this? Okay, listen up, fish. Wait, game over. UAV online.
Though, I assume you believe in equality?
Yes.
So how do you reconcile being feminist and believing in equality, but being in favor of inequality when it comes to selective service?
Because,
And being interesting and wisdom and all that, that comes like far 5th, 6th, 7th place. That's like not as important.
Not as important, but if you, I understand. If you have it though, like enough to attract the man.
It's our preference.
But when
Men
you give
want
into
multiple
temptation,
women.
that's the double.
How about you not give into temptation? Get a guy that makes $10 a month.
Because I would be not happy.
Okay. See, logic makes 0 sense.
Or before we get home, then I might consider this woman might be a bit promiscuous, you know? That's an extreme example, but I don't, this idea of like you making guys wait specifically so that they don't think you know what the thing is you could do?
Does not make him sound
But you're saying...
You're making him sound predatory.
But you're saying
Well,
by
he's saying
virtue
that
of
this
somebody's...
person is purposely manipulating a woman.
No, he's not manipulating anything.
I'm saying...
I'm not alive.
All right, so what's the bare minimum? Answer the question, please. What's the number? And then we'll go on the table with the sorry. Go ahead.
That makes a year?
Yes. Or you can say monthly, whatever you prefer.
Monthly?
Her goes to feel like she wants to leave. I'll teach her the things that she'll be looking for if she's losing respect for him, etc.
Like give her flags. Yeah.
And go over those things with her so she can navigate through that relationship.
That nobody can be denied the right to vote
Great, okay.
via sex.
Sure.
So all those trans people can vote.
Right. Okay.
So then what's the inequality issue here?
That's what I said. So draft them all.
So maybe 1 or 2 though. I don't know if that's too much of an ask.
I don't think that we are just in like societal ways.
But hold on. I don't know if this...
And the sniper test is unstoppable. I told you.
Swag refused to go off until he got a win. The game's
It puts a lot of women in very, very uncomfortable situations.
What are all the women that it
Okay,
puts
but that's, you haven't, hang on, every relationship can do that.
They are choosing to make that decision.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean that it's not growth.
Municipalities and jurisdictions preclude women from going topless. Wouldn't it, I mean, effectively, in practice...
No, it would be like a stop sign law. It would be like, it would just be a law like this.
I have a question. We shouldn't be putting out. It's something we shouldn't be normalizing, in my personal opinion.
We're not normalizing it. We're just saying.
Well, I have a
But that's why
question.
to each their own.
Opinion.
Shut up and listen to you.
You don't though.
Okay, and you don't have your
it
looks to
naturally.
coast on. No. You think it's natural for a guy to be able to have good tonality, be able to speak properly, speak coherently, be able to command a room?
To date someone who's a grown adult who has a 9 to 5 job.
When are they adults?
It's weird. That's
Why is
what
it,
I'm
what
saying.
makes it, okay,
It's
let's get
weird.
into
It's
this.
gross. It's weird.
Just saying,
And
it gives you the ick. It gives you the ick.
Yeah, because sin in the 10 Commandments.
Bruh.
That's literally, that's...
You do not just see
just looking at
your
everyone's
logic here is flawed.
What
so
happened in real
what
life,
you
though?
want is your preferences. What we want is insecure.
Okay, I guess. What do you mean at what cost?
You get it for free?
Yeah, I got this for free.
So these chicks get hooked up all the time.
Yo, men are bad.
I've never bought